Did you see this video on the Senate hearing on mass deportation and this woman right here using her tragic experience to try and paint all immigrants in a negative light? Listen.
Why this matters, why we should stop releasing criminals into America.
I was actually looking at statistics over the last couple of days, and most of the rape and murder statistics by illegal immigrants are actually against children.
Yeah.
And to me, that's astounding. I don't know how many people here have children or grandchildren. Can you imagine your 7, 8, 9-year-old daughter being forcibly raped by a stranger, sometimes multiple times? This is the culture, and I realize it's not all immigrants, but this is the culture that they come from, this kind of violence. They grow up in it in their countries. To them, it's just part of what they've known for their lives. But to bring that criminal culture into America, it's destroying our families. I know of women in my hometown that have come up to me because they know I'm Rachel's mom and say to me, some guy just ran up behind me and tried to pull me down to the ground.
Look, I do, again, feel terrible for a mother who lost her daughter. However, this is a white supremacist tactic to use an isolated incident to paint an entire community a certain way. And look, I know, as you said, not all immigrants are like this, but she still went on to use very dangerous rhetoric to try and say that all immigrants come from cultures of violence and essaying. To begin with, if our culture is so much like that, why do so many of them love going to our countries to vacation, party it up, eat our food, be there, and say they had a great time? They're also listening to our music, eating our food, stealing our culture. They're okay doing all that, right? This, again, is a white supremacist tactic used to dehumanize all of us and then justify all the violence that's coming towards our community. Her and Rafael Cruz are putting up misinformation, misrepresenting the data, using isolated incidents to say that this is part of a cultural issue. We do have an issue of women not being able to walk down the street and feel safe because we live in a culture where men can just be abusive like this regardless of status. The problem isn't someone's status or what country they come from. It is a much broader issue that we have with masculinity and femicide. But we're not having the bigger, more complex conversations. No. Her and Ted Cruz are using, again, these isolated incidents to paint all immigrants a certain way so then violence could be committed against us. They're trying to take away our humanity when they do this.